Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 6 of albums that are 30 years old in 2023 as we look back on the year 1993. We picked out our 31 favorite albums from that year that are celebrating their 30th birthdays or 30th anniversaries this year. Really bizarre how the album that I had scheduled to talk about today, that of course, the beginning of the month, I put together my list, and on day 6, I had this album. And last night, we lost Gary Rosington. So it seems fitting that today's choice for day 6 is The Last Ride by Leonard Skinner, as Gary Rosington takes his last ride off into the sunset. Sad day, right? Hopefully you've had a chance to watch my tribute to Gary Rosington, the late Gary Rosington, but I'm going to save all that stuff for that episode, right? So that you've heard the tribute there. I'm not going to kind of go into it again here, but a great loss. This is their 7th studio album, second studio album since the kind of reformation in the late 80s into the early 90s. This particular album was released on February 16th, 1993, recorded at Emerald Sound Studios in Nashville, Tennessee, produced by Barry Beckett, and released on Atlantic Records, division of Warner Brothers. So, of course, the lineup of Leonard Skinner at this time: the late, great Gary Rosington on guitar, Ed King also on guitar, Randall Hall also on guitar. This would be the last studio album that Randall Hall would appear on. We've got Johnny Van Zant on lead vocals, younger brother of the late Ronnie Van Zant, Leon Wilkeson on bass, Billy Powell on piano, and Kurt Custer on drums and percussion on this album, along with Dale Krantz Rosington on backing vocals, and Tim Lindsay helped out a little bit with additional bass on the album. Of course, you've got a horn section appearing on various cuts on this album as well. This is a fun Leonard Skinner album. You know, will anybody say this will rival any of the original 5 studio albums? No. But as a late period Skynyrd album, I was just re-listening to this again this morning, and there's some really good tracks on here. There's a couple that are kind of throwaway, but I think for me, the highlights on this album are the closing epic Born to Run, which is almost 8 minutes long. That is your kind of customary Southern rock blazer, right? Epic blazer, where you've got this kind of, pretty hard rockin' track that goes through like kind of moods and swings, and then the finale is like a bunch of guitar solos and whatnot. Really cool song. I'm like shocked that Born to Run never kind of like caught on with like Skynyrd Nation, right? And became more of a well-known track for them. Other highlights here, I really like South of Heaven. There's a lot of that real kind of swampy southern rock stuff on this album, which I really like. South of Heaven's one of them. Out of Hell in My Dodge is kind of fun. The Last Rebel is the other song that I'm surprised. That's the other longer track. That's about almost 7 minutes long. That's a really, really good song. Again, kind of moody, but got that swampy feel, but they never kind of play off of, okay, let's finish it off with a bunch of cool guitar solos and kind of take it to the next level. You keep expecting it. Never quite happens, but it's a really good song nonetheless. Can't Take That Away. That's okay. One Thing I really like. Good Lovin's Hard to Find is really cool. Like I said, there's horns on a couple tracks on here. The ones I don't really care too much about, Love Don't Always Come Easy. That's okay. Is it Can't Take That Away? I'm trying to remember. I think it's Best Things in Life. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. There's like 2 tracks that are kind of like more slower, kind of like ballady, kind of crossover country type of thing. But the songs that have the horns, I think, are really good, funky and vibrant, full of life. And then you got the more swampy, typical raunchy southern rock fare that Skynyrd always does so well. And there's a bunch of those on this particular album, which is cool. So yeah, otherwise I think it's a really good album, and just get some kind of pictures here of the band. All right, there they are. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't own this particular album, got the triple guitar attack, right? And I always like this picture right there. And of course, who's right out in front there? The man himself. Yeah, I mean, it's just really sad that all the original founding members of Skynyrd are no longer with us. You know, it's sad. A great band that's been beset by tragedy all throughout the years, and between the plane crash and drug addiction and alcoholism and all sorts of other ailments. It's just the Southern rock community just has lost so many legendary figures. Not even just Skynyrd. I'm telling you, Skynyrd, Molly Hatchet, Charlie Daniels Band, Marshall Tucker. I mean, all of them. Blackfoot. It's crazy how many folks we've lost from these notable Southern rock bands. It's really crazy. So so that's my pick for today. The Last Rebel from Leonard Skinner. Really fun album. All I would say is if you're watching this episode and you never really bothered checking out the Leonard Skinner catalog post the plane crash in the late 70s, I would recommend you check these out. These are fun. This is a good album. And again, you got Billy here, you got Leon's here, you got Gary's here, you got Ed King is here. So this is still a good amount of classic Skynyrd members on this album. It's a fun album. This goes good raunchy material on here. This did pretty well on the charts, I believe. Let's take a look here. I believe this was a number 64 on the U.S. Billboard charts, 6 in Finland, number 80 in Germany, number 33 in Sweden, and 18 in Switzerland. So this, this did fairly well. The Skynyrd catalog always has been a strong seller, although the later it got, obviously less people were buying the new records, but it always was, something to celebrate with a new Skynyrd album. So they sold pretty well. So yeah, that's my pick for today, The Last Rebel. If you are a fan, let us know what you think of this album down in the comments below, as well as your pick for day 6 as we march on through the month of March, looking back on 1993, and let's celebrate the life of Gary Rosington, who passed away late yesterday at the age of, 71? I think, forget exactly how old he was, but yeah. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. We've also got the links below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you tomorrow morning with another album that is 30 years old in 2023. Till then, I'm Pete Pardo. Have a good Monday, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.